welcome back. This is the second part in the series on making the toy box. First, let me apologize for part one. That pretty much sucked. Um, After watching, I realized there's some things I left out that I should have mentioned. First off, the reason why I chose 8-foot long boards instead to cut at 92 centimeters. By doing it, you can glue them up. The original box, blanket box, whatever you want to call it, is a very old design basically called the 6-board chest. And before, you used to be able to get wood with planks this wide, old growth trees, which you can't get anymore unless you deal in reclaimed lumber. So to recreate that, you have to glue boards up. So by cutting a board at 92 centimeters, you can get both sides, plus the scrap can be used to make the short side. You get half of that. So that's why I was doing it that way. Now, I've already got the majority of the first box done. I'm working on a second box for a cousin of mine who has a little girl on the way, so I thought I'd make her one too. This one's a little smaller. Instead of using 1x12s, I'm using 1x8s. And also it gives me a little, and only 6 feet long because the overall box is shorter. Now I'll go over some theory. These sections I'm breaking down into 70 centimeters because I'll get one board will give me the one side, and the cutoff will leave me enough for half of the short side. So, and because these are rough lengths, I can just mark 70, 140. And also, I'm using a scratch-all and scribing lines in, as opposed to using a pencil and marking them. Because the scribe line actually creates a channel for the saw to ride in, which helps in accuracy of the cut. That's another thing I failed to mention last time. Once again, my apologies. And once again, since it's a rough cut, I can use my 8-point saw, because eventually it'll just come down so you won't actually see any roughness. So I can go for speed. Once again, using my hold downs to hold the work down. Very ancient holding device. I know this is a little repetition, I did this last time, but sometimes it's good to just repeat things. When you're cross-cutting, you want to hold the saw at about 45 degrees to the work. That's the recommended angle to get the fastest, most efficient cut. I'm just flipping around to put the off cut to so it hangs over. My hand to catch it, that way it doesn't fall, crack, or anything like that. Just makes it nicer. Now another thing I really failed to go over, now that you got your wood from the sides, when you match them up, you want to make sure you get a good grain pattern. Make it, when it's done, it just looks like one solid piece instead of two individual pieces glued up. And sometimes it's just, there it is. That just glues. You see, this is the way to do it. Nope, that was about right. Now, when you find the pattern you want a bookmark, just like a book folded in. Then small pieces so I don't have to worry about porting them. Make sure everything. You're working in. Now, with joining, this is a joiner plane. What joining really does, it brings both boards into the same plane at the same angle. That way when you bring them together, they fit nice and tight. This is a Stanley number 8. Stanley no longer manufactures this plane. They do manufacture the number 7, which is also a joiner plane. It's not as big. It's a little shorter, a little narrower. Lie-Nielsen manufactures a number 8 for about just under $500. A Nat out of India also manufactures a number 8. I got mine secondhand off eBay. So, and there's a lot of companies that make number 7s. Kuhn, Germany, Clifton. Record used to, although I don't even know if Record's still in business anymore. Test fit your stuff as well. Make sure you have the best fit. And you don't have to worry about it being square either, because the angles will be exactly the same on both boards. You don't have to, they'll go together tight, so you don't have to worry about keeping it 90 degrees. That looks good. And we went over clamping and gluing last time, so I won't get into that right now. I'll glue those up later. Now once they're glued up and the glue's dried, some glue will sneak out, and that needs to be removed. You remove it with almost out of time, so I'll end it there, and I'll pick up next time, and hopefully we can make some progress. Thank you.